think it's time to talk about something very important in video games. That is water walking. Water walking is a great, simple little game mechanic. And now many of you are saying there is no way I am going to fill an entire video talking about it. But surprisingly, water walking made its way into a lot of games for a lot of different reasons. In the current generation, water walking was introduced into a little game called Elden Ring. One of the earlier fights takes place entirely on a waterscape. Some lore enthusiast needs to hold my hand and walk me through why this place is flooded and why my plate boots and head, made entirely of stone, isn't sinking me. One could argue that this isn't technically water walking, more of an aesthetic than a game mechanic. Kingdom Hearts 3 is another example of cinematic water walking. This isn't the first time Kingdom Hearts used this concept. They used it in earlier entries as a platforming mechanic. Some less interesting games that used water walking as a game mechanic, such as Ultima, had some water walking more of a convenience thing. Skyrim, one of the downloadable content, introduced water walking. If you think about it, with the amount of mods, this is probably the least interesting thing in Skyrim at the moment. World of Warcraft has a bunch of spells that give water walking. Although in retail, it is all but obsolete and only used by fishing bots who use it by standing in the middle of a body of water. The dead genre of tactical role-playing games uses water walking a lot. The pirate units in Fire Emblem could walk on water for some reason. Also, the mermaids in Tactic Ogres had water walking, although technically that isn't how mermaids work. Ninjas of Final Fantasy Tactics could walk on water too. A crucial element of the ninja toolkit is walking on water using mechanical shoes that had air pockets in them. Water walking has played a part in storytelling and lore. Final Fantasy used it a couple times. Yuna from Final Fantasy X walks on water and does a dance to send the dead spirits on their way. Although it wasn't actually explained why she had the ability to walk on water. In Final Fantasy XIV, Urianger is so afraid of swimming, he develops a spell to walk on water. Also, ever over the top, Metal Gear Solid 2 has Vamp standing on highly oxygenated water as a display of power. Going back to the Warcraft franchise, Illidan in the lore has the ability to walk on water, although it was never shown in game. Water walking has played a role in platforming as well. The Castlevania franchise introduced it. Golden Sun and Return to the Obra Dinn actually used the concept competently with it to solve puzzles. There are also unintentional moments of water walking. Doom was the first first-person shooter to introduce water and water walking, purely due to limitations of the ID Tech 4 engine. You could stand on the animated water tiles and not sink. It wasn't until Duke Nukem 3D you would be able to swim through water. 3 of the Nintendo games have water walking, although mainly through glitches. In closing, way back in 2008, when the world was still whole, the most interesting thing that happened was a bug in a Tiger Woods golf game that had his avatar golfing while standing on top a flowing river. Electronic Arts later responded with a TV commercial, since Twitter hadn't been invented yet, having the real Tiger Woods golfing while standing on water. The commercial stated that it wasn't a bug in the video game. Tiger Woods is just that good. Thank you for watching.